All right, what's going on, family? We're back for another episode of Expanding Culture with Kilo. We have a special guest in the building or in the virtual space. Miss Jody Williams, how are you, man?
Hello, everyone.
Okay, well, can you give a brief intro before we get into some things? You know, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, what you do, you know.
Okay, my name is Jody Sterling, and I am a cosmetologist of 33 years, a salon owner of 16, and an inventor of 7 years of beauty products. Yes.
Nice. So then I guess we got you, this is the basic question here. Now, what got you interested in hair care?
Oh my God. I knew when I was a little girl that I was going to be a hairstylist and a fashion stylist. I do both. And when I was in high school, when I would leave, when school was over, I would go to cosmetology school and start getting my hours, even when I was in high school. So I always knew that this would be my passion. And I got my license when I was 20. And I've been licensed for 32 years. So that tells you how old I am. And 35. I still love it. And now I'm on the other side of the industry, trying to get from behind the chair. And I am inventing or have invented some amazing products for my industry.
Nice. You said hairstylist and fashion stylist. What's the difference? I never heard that.
Well, far as hairstylist, you know, I do hair. My main job right now is being a hairstylist, but I also have been a fashion stylist. I've dressed some celebrities and stuff before, and customers call me all the time and ask me, you know, hey, I'm doing a photo shoot. I need someone to dress me. So not too much fashion styling anymore, but definitely I've been behind the chair for 32 years.
Let's see. Okay, so I wanted you to explain the process of inventing products in the hair care industry. What took you from styling to say it's time to invent products?
Well, I've been behind the chair for, you know, again, for a long time, 32 years. So it comes to a point, you know, for some, I'm not interested in really standing behind the chair full time anymore. And I know that there are products that are missing in the industry. So I created two products right now, Sterling Dryer and Dry Assist, to make it easier on hairstylists. When it comes to drying hair extensions, it allows the client to get out faster, out of the salon faster. It generates more money for the stylist because you're able to service more people. So I started the patent process. The first product was granted to me in 2017. And then I just recently received another patent on the 7th of this month, of February, I'm sorry, for the second dryer. And that dryer was created so when a client has hair attached to their head, it takes a while to dry those extensions when it's attached. An hour, hour and a half, the client has to sit under the dryer. And with Dry Assist, it cuts the drying time down to 30 minutes. So the client can get out of there. And again, the stylist can actually generate more money by taking more clients.
Nice. I've never worn extensions, of course, but I never would have guessed that this was like a big thing, how to dry hair. I just never thought about it, I guess.
Oh,
how big of an issue is that for people in the hair care?
Oh, it's a major issue. I had to do a lot of research because, you know, you just want to do that anyway. But you have people over in different countries in Africa. You know, the women over in Africa are wearing major hair extensions and wigs and all that. I mean, just all over the world. You know, people wear hair extensions. I mean, we have the man weave now. I don't know if you ever heard of it. So if you're a guy and, you know, you got a little receding hairline, you don't have to have that anymore. And they're not called toupees. They're called man weaves or units. And, if you have the receding hairline, is undetectable when it's done right. And those units have to be dry. So that's what my product would be used for.
Nice. Yeah, I'm familiar with those. I've seen a couple videos.
Yes.
I mean, I'm somebody who needs it, but I just can't, I just won't do it. But I applaud the people who do, go get, they get waves back in their head.
Yes,
all that
they
type
do.
of stuff.
Yes.
That's cool. So, so you have the patents, they are approved, you're good to go on your product?
Oh, yes. Sterling dryer was patented in 2017. And I'm proud to say I am the first in the United States to receive a patent on a hair extension dryer. It doesn't exist. There aren't any on the market. And then Sterling dryer was granted to me on the 7th of February.
So these are utility patents since you're the first one?
They are utility patents, correct.
Oh, that's big time stuff right there.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you, just for people who are not familiar, because I mean, that's most people are not familiar with the patent process. That's like, some people don't even know about trademarking. So going the patent route is like a whole different ball game right there. That's like the mother of all certifications in the creation space right there.
It is.
What's the process look like to get something patent for you, or to get those products patented?
Well, what I would suggest to people, do your own research. You can't be lazy when it comes to it, because it's a lot of money to get these things done. So do your own research. I did my own research first, in which I already knew that nothing exists by me being in the industry for so long. But before I decided to go forth with it, because it's very expensive to do patents, I did my own research. So for all those that are listening, you can always do a Google patent search. Google has a way that you can check that out, Google patent search. So I did that first. And then I contacted an attorney. The attorney did a professional search just to make sure. They have professional companies out there, and they did a search to make sure that it hadn't been done before I went and put down the big money. So I paid for that. And 2 weeks later, my attorney actually called me back and was like, hey, how are you? And I'm like, oh, I'm doing fine. How are you? And he was like, so let's just cut to the chase. You're going to be filthy rich, because this product does not exist. And I cannot believe it, because I know how much the beauty industry, the hair extension industry is worth. And I can't believe no one has thought of this idea, And so we started the process. There's something called an office action, which is somewhat of a rejection, but it's like, a little ding, and you got to go and change things. So I was told that I was going to get some office actions, but that never happened. They granted the patent right off the bat, and I believe that's because I did my due diligence of checking first and making sure that I'm not infringing on anybody else's product. And yeah, it was cool. It was magical. So, right now I'm just starting I've been bootstrapping, and right now I'm starting the process to raise money from investors to get it to market.
Okay, I was going to ask about that, because just product manufacturing is like a heavy expense.
Hardware,
for
yes.
For new inventors, or for new anything. Even if you do something that has already been done, if I want to make boxes, it's going to cost a lot of money to produce boxes. Right. So what's the process looking like for you trying to find investors? And do you want to say how much you're looking for? Just maybe an investor might see this video and might say, hey, I want to.
Sure. Well, the process, I just started the process. I've been bootstrapping my company myself, and that's over, because I'm not going to say it's impossible, but it's a lot of money. And then it's not really just the money, it's also the team. You need that team to make this happen, because you're dealing with out of the country, more than likely manufacturers. So you got to have the right team. For each product, for Sterling dryer and Sterling dryer and Dry Assist is $500,000, $250 per product that I need in order to get them to market.
Okay.
And that's actually to do a short run. That's not even a full production, you know, that's for a short run.
So that would take, wow, 250 each. And then, okay, how far would they, how many, well, I don't want to ask all that types. That's for investors. The investors,
Right,
you guys need to,
I can't
yeah, I
get
don't want
into
to ask
that,
too
but
much. Okay. Investors, you guys need to hit her up because
I'm
I
here.
need to see this product everywhere. First of all, because
Thank
so that
you.
I could say, hey, here's another Black inventor, 10-time billionaire, because she made this product, got a patent in 2017, then got a patent in 2022, and it went to the moon. I did have another question about investors, because this product and the products that you have would be targets for big companies, and not targets in a bad way, but targets to purchase. Someone might say, hey, I see what you got, it's genius. I want it now before you take it to market.
So
Are
a
you,
licensing deal, basically,
no, no,
or
no.
a straight
Buying
buyout?
buy your whole company, Sterling Hair Solutions. I want it because I see the value, and I'll make it go to the moon. But you got to give the company up. We'll pay you whatever you want, but we need this company right now. Would you go that route with it, or do you? It's your baby. You want to keep it?
No. It's not my baby, because I have other things up my sleeve. So they're gonna want me in general, not just for 2 products. I mean, there's so many more of the products. So anything is possible. I'll say that. All deals, you know, are structured differently. You know, there's licensing deals, and then there's straight buyouts. I would love to still be a part of the process, you know, and not because I'm the creator, but I have such a great connection with the industry. You know, 33 years, that's a long time, you know, and to travel as a hairstylist as well, I would love to be a part of the process, at least in the beginning.
Mm-hmm. I like to hear that, because and I didn't just want to single you out and try to put you on the spot.
No.
I interviewed some other people, some guys that I met with an app, and they have like an innovative type of app. I asked them the same thing because I just want to get a gauge of where your mind is at. I have a friend with a patent. I know multiple people with patent. I don't know, maybe I should be applying for one because I keep running into people. One of my friends has a patent in the clothing industry, and I'm just hoping that he can get, you know, some type of licensing deal, because for you would be the least amount of work, but the most to gain, because then you let them use your product.
Right.
They manufacture it, they do everything.
Right. You just sit back and wait for the royalty check, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Man, that's great, which would definitely be ideal. And I know how hard it is for Black people to raise money in any industry when you're talking about investment money. Now, normally to raise money, we just really have to go out and sell the item itself to get the money. When we know that on the large scale, which is what you would be targeting, large scale business, that's not how they do it. That's not how anybody does it on that level. They have
I mean, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. In the United States alone, there's 196,000 hairstylists in the United States alone, you know, and that doesn't count for the unlicensed and the do-it-yourselfer,
right?
You know, so I mean, and for Black female founders, we receive 0.36% in funding, not even 50%. You know, so it is very hard for us, but not impossible. Right. It's not impossible. Again, it's just connecting with that right person and that team, and you know, for those that know the value of the product, that's when we'll win.
And I just want to clarify, when you say the funding, you're talking about of all venture capital funding and all investment funding going to new founders, only 0.36% of it is going to Black women in America, which make up 6 to 7% of the American population.
Correct.
Right. So even if the investment proportion was half of the American population, that would be 3%. That would be tremendously better than what's happening right now, even if it was half the proportion of the population. So yeah, we got to figure out why. Well, we know why, but let's just make sure these companies see a value. And honestly, though, I don't think you'll have too much of an issue once people hear about it, because it's like a no-brainer. You got 2 patents and you got more ideas. You have the vision. You're in the industry.
Yes.
And plus, anybody who, like you said, there's 196,000 licensed, no telling how many people do it on the side.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you
And
have with me, I'm in the industry, I've been in the industry for 33 years. And I mean, there are hairstylists out there. I guess I can't call them hairstylists. I'll say unlicensed stylists out there who make more money than licensed stylists, you know? And I mean, there's some states that are actually trying to change where you don't even need a license anymore.
Right.
You know, I'm not quite sure offhand how many have succeeded at it, but here in California, I know it's been in the talks of, you know, oh, you just go and get a couple of hours. They actually cut the hours here. We were 1,600 hours to get our license, and they just recently, a couple of months ago, changed it to 1,000. So it's getting, you know, it's getting there where it's like in a minute, anybody can, you know, so am I happy about it? No, because it's a lot that goes on even with the people who are licensed, but we just hope for the best that, you know, at least they'll have sanitation and all that kind of stuff that you have to do something, you know?
Right.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. The market, there's definitely a market for it. I mean, we talking, are you at the point where you have a price point yet for your products, or is it not there?
The thing is, I'm looking to do 2 versions. I'm looking to do the professional version and then a do-it-yourselfer version. So there's a lot of, again, a lot of women at home. Far as with dry assist, I'm definitely, and if you want to see those products, I can actually turn the camera around so you can check them out. But with dry assist, there are a lot of women who come in to get service, to get their extensions installed, but they maintain them at home. So dry assist is an amazing product for that, because it helps to dry the foundation of the client's or the customer's head. So they can sit and watch TV, do their homework, college students, you know, whatever, and make sure that those extensions are dry at the base, because it can cause mold and mildew if not dry completely.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I kind of grew up around the hair industry. My grandmother had a shop in my hometown, and my mom used to do hair out the house. And my mom used to work in my grandmother's shop too. So
okay,
I've seen a lot of packs of hair. I've seen, you know, I've just been around it, you know, just random hair, feeling like it's just floating around and just accidentally getting on you and having to pull it off and all this stuff.
Right.
I'm very close to the industry anyway.
So you're familiar, yes.
I'm very familiar. But they were mostly braiders, and I didn't see a lot of the drying thing. So I wasn't aware that, you know, it was such a big thing. But that's amazing. So how has it been getting the word out there, marketing? How have you had roadblocks with that? Have you been having a hard time with that? How has that been?
Well, I just recently decided to stop the bootstrap. Well, not to stop the bootstrapping, because I actually created another product to raise money or to create funds to fund the patent product, which is called Pretty Nail Tool. It's a patent pending product that I created as well. And it's for people with fingernails that have a hard time retracting their credit card out of the ATM. So like when we go to the gas station, you have to retract it really fast. And we can't do that. So we have to take the walk of shame into the gas station and pay, you know, and then some gas pumps have the tap or whatever, but not all, not yet. So I created a product for that, and that product is actually patent pending. I opened up a website, and I've been selling that product for about 1.5 years now. But I just recently, I would say probably in the last month, started full-time reaching out to investors. And a lot of people don't understand, or they're not interested, but you know, again, it's just finding that right investor, you know, that's totally, I mean, and it's so funny. So many of them know for a fact that the product is needed, but for whatever reason, and a lot of times they don't even tell you why. They just like, oh, you know, good, great product, but it's not for me. So you just move on. You can't, you can't, take it in. You just, if they want to share why or whatever, great. If they don't, for me, it doesn't matter. I don't have time to waste. It's just time to move on and keep it going.
Has anybody shared the why or given any feedback as to what they think you need before you can get an investor, anything like that?
I'm sorry, ask me that question again. I'm sorry.
Has anybody that you reached out to given you any feedback as to why they don't think it's ready to be invested in? Or because we know it's not the product, because if you were already selling, 1,000 units a month, they would say, okay, let's do it. So are they saying, hey, you need to do this first, or are they just not telling you anything?
Yes, majority of them say, go out and sell, and then come back to me when you sold XYZ units,
Okay.
and I might be interested. But, they know, that, and, we know that hardware is very expensive to do.
Right.
And I've been told, friends and family round. Well, the Black community, we don't have friends and family round,
Right.
So
that's insulting too.
Most minorities don't have a friends and family round. So I don't even get caught up in that. You just move forward and do what you have to do. And it's been a couple of grants that I applied for, but a lot of grants, they want you to have some type of revenue. So there is no revenue for this product because it is in the seed stage, and again, manufacturing costs can be very pricey.
Yeah, that's like insulting, really, when they do the friends and family thing, because they know what's going on.
Right. But I mean, the thing is, the Black woman is a #1 consumer, but 0.36% we receive in funding.
Because they want to sell it to you. They don't want you to sell it to you.
Right. And, it's, I don't want to say it's a game, but you definitely have to be well connected.
Right.
Yeah. And, there's a lot of this warm introductory thing, and that's not my thing. I guess that's how the investor world works. I one day will be the Black female Shark Tank, basically, where I go back and invest in amazing inventors and founders that look like me. So that's the ultimate goal for me, is to definitely reach back and keep things going for, Black and brown founders. But it's I hate to say it's a game, but it's almost like who in the industry, not what you've done. And I've been told that is amazing, the things that I've done. And part of me will say, okay, to myself, well, that's amazing. Can you write me a check?
Right.
But sometimes people are into pacifying, and that's fine if that makes you feel warm and fuzzy inside, but I have to keep going. So I can't waste my energy on there. We want to vibrate high, and that's what we're doing, and we're going to make it happen.
Yeah. You're definitely in the perfect state for venture capital. All the money they spend out there, even if they gave you what's considered small to them, could change everything for your company.
Right. Right. Even angel investors, right now, 250, let's just say that I was to do the first invention, Sterling Dryer, 250, that's not really VC money. That's more like angel investing money, so it's just, again, and then you don't want to get swindled, you don't want to, people look at you and be like, oh, you're desperate and I'm gonna take advantage. Well, not here, not with Sterling Hair Solutions. That's not going to happen. So, you just definitely have to have that strong team behind you to make it, at least keep you grounded,
Yeah, this is, do you have any of those like Kickstarter pages or anything like that?
No, I've been told by a few investors that why don't you do a Kickstarter? You got to be careful with Kickstarters first and foremost. Okay. My product is in the beauty industry. My industry is known to be knocked off big time, the fashion and beauty industry. So I have to be extremely careful. What the research that I've done, and especially being in the industry so long, the person who will need this product, they don't even know what Kickstarters are. Most of the time, they don't even go to Kickstarters. No, you know. So I did a Kickstarter years ago, 2017, when I got the first patent, and raised a little bit, but that money was used for just like R&D and stuff like that. But it wasn't anything that I could go to manufacturing for with. Yeah.
You named another product to help with the credit card. What was that product called again?
That product is called Pretty, Pretty, Pretty Nail Tool.
Okay.
Pretty Nail Tool. Yeah.
So you just come up with ideas and make it happen. Like, that's what it sounded like to me.
Yes. We want, I want my industry. I mean, I've stood behind the chair and done, oh my God. I think the most I ever did in one day was 13 people, you know, wow. And the industry is an amazing industry, but I just feel like the products that I've created will definitely be a game changer. You know, it'll take at least one stressful thing off the stylist, you know. I mean, you have women who are wearing 26 inches of hair. Their own hair is short like mine, you know, but when they decide to switch it up, they're wearing 26 inches down to their, you know, feet. Well, who's going to blow dry all that hair?
Right.
Well, you don't have to anymore. You have Sterling dryer. You just put the hair into the unit, set it, close the door, come back 15, 20 minutes, and voila. You know?
Man, what's the importance of Black ownership in the hair care industry to you?
To me, it's very important. It's very, very important because, again, we are the #1 consumer. I want to see great quality products in the industry, not where everybody used the same 3 or 4 labs. You know, you added a little different fragrance, so yours smells different, and you had somebody to create this amazing, you know, label for you, and you're swindling the industry. You know, are you swindling the consumer, not the industry? I'm sorry, or the industry too, because some stylists, they buy to sell in their salon for retail. But I want to see quality products, you know, so it's very important to me. I think that we need to really educate ourselves a little bit more when it comes to ingredients and stuff for products, and maybe even get back to maybe not so many fillers. We have a lot of products that are full of fillers, and there's just coaters. It's just coating the hair. It's not healing. It's just coating, and it has a fragrance to it. And it's like, most of the time over the years, I've had clients to be like, "Oh, wow, Jody, this smells great." But, you know, it might just smell great. It might not be a great product, and they buy it.
Right.
You know, I mean, how many times have you been to the store and, you know, you take the Febreze and in the store because you want to smell it, you know? Febreze, I'm not going to say that because I don't want to Febreze to call me, but yeah, you know, I use natural lemon spray, you know, everything that I use is natural. So, you know, you got to deal with the consequences of all the chemicals and stuff later on. And we wonder why, you know, we have a lot of cancer in our communities and all that and everything. And I believe that it has a lot to do with, a majority of the time, is what we're putting in our body and on our bodies.
I agree, 1000%.
Yes.
That. And I try to be conscious of a lot of that too. I haven't gotten away from Febreze yet though, but every now and again, I will put a pot of cinnamon on the stove though, and let that, clear the air out though. I don't know where my family got that, probably from somewhere in the Geechee South that they came from. But
the lemon slices, lemon peels, orange peels, fill that pot up with some water. It's the most amazing smell ever.
Where does your family come from in the country? How long have they been out in Cali?
Oh, well, my parents were from Alexandria, Louisiana, and my mother was from Austin, Texas.
Okay.
Yeah, and I live here in Long Beach, California.
LBC, huh?
The LBC, yes. Nice. And this is if you don't cut this out, one of my main investors, I'm top 5 is Snoop Dogg.
Come on, Snoop. Snoop is invested too.
Come on, Snoop.
This is the thing about me, because I like to put proper respect on our Black inventors, especially inventors. I'm a big fan of Annie Malone. I don't know if you have to be.
Yes.
Of course you are, because you did the history, right? I'm a big fan of her. I don't know what this infatuation is with skipping over her story in this country, but I'll make sure I pump her name. There's a video about Annie Malone on my channel right now that I did. Anyway, 250 is what you say you need for each product. We need 5 million and better. All right, investors, let's put the proper respect on what we're dealing with. We're dealing with, first of all, 2 patents in one of the biggest industries in the country. Straight, the industry is not even showing any type of signs of slowing down at all.
No, not at all.
It's only getting bigger.
We're at 13 billion right now.
Yeah, it's getting bigger because men are getting more comfortable with other hair care other than just haircuts now.
And
so
children.
The industry is growing.
Yes.
A lot of kids getting hairstyles that kids weren't getting back in the day.
Exactly.
So you have way more people, and they have products now to help people keep their hair longer. So you got a longer lifespan of getting hairstyles.
Exactly.
So it's just, any investor with some sense and some foresight should see the value. Now, they should look at it. They hear you say, okay, I need 250 to get these a short run. And they should say, no, I think you need about 10 million. You know what I'm saying? And ask for whatever they want. And let's get this thing happening. This is how I feel. Okay.
Well, thank you. I like that too.
Yeah. So I'm sure, and of course, when I get people like you on, I send the link to everybody, that I think would be good for this. I put it right in their inbox. They might not see it, I don't know, but I say, hey, we got an inventor. She's raising money. Like, look at this video. Hopefully they see it. I don't know if they will, but we just gotta, when we find an inventor because it's hard to invent stuff nowadays because so many things have been done already.
Right.
So when you get an inventor
and the patent office, there's a lot going on in the patent office as well. I mean, you have some people who have received full patents, had them for a while, and they're snatching them back. It could be a little corrupt if the right money comes through you have this top company that sells cell phones, and then the competitor, they're forever suing each other and infringing on each other's patents. But I am involved in some of the American Inventor Associations and stuff like that. And it's some disheartening things that go on, So I hope and pray that doesn't happen with my patent, even though I know that I was the very first, to receive a patent on a hair extension dryer. I think I'm pretty safe, but at the end of the day, it's not just about me. It's about, what people are doing and creating and putting their heart and soul. I mean, people have lost their homes, families, all kind of stuff from, believing in their product and mortgage their, homes off and cars and I've read some stories where it's like, wow. And then someone just comes along and just like, I'm taking that, Yeah.
And that's why I'm like, you don't only need to worry about you. We all need to worry about protecting you and your patent, because like I said, there's so many things out there. There's some inventors who just get ideas and then they file for it and they just have money. So let me just get a bunch of patents. I'm never going to use it, but just in case it becomes valuable sometime later.
And someone comes along. Yeah, exactly. I've been approached by 2 different companies that were interested in Pretty Nail Tool. I've received some letters for
Okay.
Pretty Nail Tool. Haven't acted on it because I just started with that, selling those about 1.5 years ago. But you know, if it's the right money, you know, I was on a Clubhouse about a month or so ago, and Snoop was, everyone was talking to Snoop. He was the guest.
Mhm.
And you know, when the right zeros is on that check, you know, anything is possible.
Mhm.
You know, anything is possible.
Man, I gotta figure out how to get this video over to Snoop, man.
Yes, yes, that is.
Oh,
I mean, he's doing big things, and I want to be a part of that. And that would be amazing to have him as an investor.
yeah. You got another young up and coming star out there too, Vince Staples. Maybe we try to get it to him and then he can get it to Snoop, or they work together or something. Vince Staples is a young rapper. You familiar with him?
No, I have to ask my son. I have a 30-year-old
Okay.
son, so I'll ask him about him.
Yeah, Vince Staples is from out there too. But yeah, man, we definitely want to push this because I want to see. Really the next, because I'll follow you anyway. But I'm hoping that the next time I see something, it's like you know they invited you to somewhere major. You know.
Yes, we're going to speak that into existence. That is going to happen, and I'm so blessed to be on your podcast, and this is just amazing for me. And congratulations to you.
I appreciate it. Okay, so then where can people find you at? How can they follow and keep up with you?
Well, on Instagram, I am under Sterling, Sterling, Sterling Hair Solutions. And that's for every platform, Sterling Hair Solutions. And my name is Jody Sterling.
Okay.
And that's where you can find me at.
And then the website?
www.sterlinghairsolutions.com.
Okay, perfect. I'll make sure you'll go on there, hit the whatever, subscribe, put your email, get on their email list so you can get notifications.
Right.
The
email list is not the email list is not open yet.
Okay.
It will be open by the end of this week. So I got to get my web designer to get that going, but definitely I will be opening it up to stylists so they can get on the email list. And it looks good also for data for investors to see that this many people are interested in the product. So
right.
Yeah.
But this won't come out like right now. So we'll just say, go on there, sign up, subscribe.
Yes, go on the waiting list. I'm ready for you guys. Get on there because you're going to get some great discounts if you're on a waiting list once the product is ready for purchase. So make sure you're on a waiting list.
Okay, perfect. I appreciate you for coming on. I wouldn't even have guessed that this would have been the first interview, but
this is the first. Yes. I've been excited all day.
This is great for me. I can't wait to edit this thing up and get it pushed out.
Yes.
Man. All right. I appreciate you for coming on, and that is our show.
Thank you so much. Blessings, and have a great evening. Okay.
All right. You too.
Thank you. Bye-bye.